Hello everyone, and welcome to a random fan fiction we found and see if it's good or not. Kingdom Hearts,
Kingdom Farts.
called Wow, you know what? You hit the real low ball there and it shows.
Anyways.
Anyways, Reorganizations 13 by Here to Lay It Down. The description reads, Sora wakes up one day to find himself in a weird bed surrounded by people claiming to be doctors, with these doctors telling him the last few years of his life were fake, and his dreams saying otherwise. He starts to struggle with which one is which. Riku and Kiari. I do not care about people's names, pronunciations, and such, by the way.
Honestly, fair.
Or it ends trying to find their best friend. A madman starts to hunt them, and Kiari wonders if it's coincidence. All right, are you ready for this game?
Oh, I'm ready, Freddy, dude.
Wow. Didn't mean ready Sora, or
Nah. I mean what I mean.
I am who I am, and I mean what I say. Are you still doing that? No.
Yeah, it's the 2017 tagline for your channel. Back when you uploaded.
He was with his friends. Hey man, I uploaded every like 1.5 years, man.
Oh yeah, it's been like 2 years since your last video, man. Yeah.
He was with his friends, right? The beach episode, man. Ooh.
Hell yeah, dude.
Kiari and Riku were the holy smokes, man. Imagine Kiari and Riku in bikinis, man. Dude. Holy smokes.
Mankey's fat cousin, he's out there.
It was like when they were children. Well, okay, that kind of ruined it for me. No, game, stop. Playing with water and throwing sand at each other. Wow, those menaces. What happened? He opened his eyes and found himself in what looked like a jail cell. Oh, snap, dude. Sora dies in prison, confirmed.
Sora lives in prison, yeah.
The walls were all empty concrete with no windows, and the door was made of steel with a tiny window slit at the top. He was lying on a very thin bed with a paper sheet beneath him. He sat up, his bones aching from practically sleeping on a rock and taking note of his surroundings. It was cold, really cold, and his clothes were different. He was wearing some blue sweatpants and a white t-shirt. My clothes! He felt weirded out. Who did this? He looked around more. There was a toilet in the corner, but no sink. Dude, the toilet is the sink, man.
The toilet?
Multi-purpose toilet. Holy smokes. New invention there, man. Like, why would you even have a sink if you have a toilet, man? It's still water, man. It was literally just his terrible bed and that. What the heck? He shivered intensely where he stood on the floor. The cold was being trapped and insulated in the concrete, just rushed into his every nerve. He turned to the door and pushed on it. Since there was no hand on the pole, it didn't budge. He pushed harder. It was as hard and firm as the walls around him. What the heck happened? Was he kidnapped? When? Who did he piss off to end up in a place like this? He started banging on the door for a bit. Hello? He yelled, hello! There was no response. Hello, anyone there? Can someone help me? 5 minutes passed with no response. He sighed, clenching his fists and getting mad. What was the goal here? To keep him here until what? Was it forever? Yes, Sora, they're here to keep you there forever. Like, that's literally the purpose. Come on, man.
Yeah. Well, why wouldn't they do that?
He tried to summon his Keyblade. I don't know, Keyblade. Like, Keyblades would pretty. Like, he could unlock doors with that, right? Like,
Bro.
It's a Keyblade.
Well, dude, obviously everybody knows the Keyblade's just him, like, hallucinating because he just has a key in his hand or something. I don't know.
Oh man. But nothing materialized. Oh snap, dude. He knew it was useless before the attempt. Well, how would he know? If he didn't even try, man. Said he tried to summon his Keyblade, but he said he was useless. You know, whatever. Whatever, man. It felt like a part of himself was gone. Like the magic essence of his soul disappeared. Dude, I feel that, man. Epic relatable moment, man.
That is
For
super
all those
relatable.
teens out there.
Dude,
He
people want.
felt it as soon as he woke up. He went to the bed and sat down on it, bringing his knees to his chest. He remembered a while ago a lesson that Yen Sin gave him. Oh snap, dude, Yen said. He warned them of a potion that would stop someone's magical properties for a certain amount of time. It was rare to encounter, but easy to make. Sora is pretty good with hand to hand without magic, but without it, pain would be more intense and his strength was nowhere near as high. He put a lot of his training into endurance and strength. Dude, this sounds very anime with the training aspect, man. Is that what they do in Kingdom Hearts? They just train with like
Well, it is anime.
really stupid voices with like Goofy and I, I'm so I'm so confused by the fact that you can have like super emotional moments that an RPG would have with like voices like Goofy and Donald Duck.
Well, they are very emotionally resonant characters. I mean, after all, you did write an
Gosh,
Ancient Nights,
Sora?
dude. There
Oh,
was some pretty
no, I can't
emotional
do the
moments in
voice.
there.
Yeah, man, yeah.
Talking about Sora,
Where
the
was I?
good-looking gentleman. He died, dude.
He is a very good looking gentleman, I'll have you know.
Dude, he died by the aliens.
Especially in a Hakama.
Those dirty foreigner aliens.
He hated pain. Oh, dude, I feel that, man. I hate
Bro.
pain. This is highly relatable.
Relatable, yeah.
So he made sure to heal himself as quickly as possible when he was hurt. Oh,
He
that's
just
so
heal
convenient, man.
himself?
After an unknown amount of time had passed by, the door finally slid open and Sora jolted back, practically flying off the bed. Well, at least he could fly.
What if he, yeah.
Someone with a cart was shoving their way in. He didn't spend the time looking at them. His goal was getting out of this freezing room. Something hard was standing in the way of the door, and he fell on his butt, looking up to see Zaldin. You! He yelled, jumping back. Oh, calm down. A familiar woman's voice said in a mocking tone. Oh, sorry, hang on. Oh, calm down. Is that mocking enough?
No.
No? Okay, let's try this again. Oh, calm down. I don't know, Gabe. I don't know if I can really do this, man. Voice acting's hard, man.
Dude, that's why you're getting paid.
Oh, I am?
Yeah.
He turned around, spotting Larkzen. What's with all the X's, man? See, I'm starting to think my fan fiction adding the X's to sound cool is not even ironic anymore. We're like they're literally putting X's in these names literally constantly. He turned around, spotting Larkzen. Organization 13. Dude, what happened to Organization 1 through 12? Do we ever wonder that? Is that canon in the lore of Kingdom Hearts, man?
Well, yeah.
Did you just skip to 13 because of its implication? Okay. Of course, they were behind this, but they weren't wearing their cloaks. Larkson and Zaldin were both wearing scrubs with tags on their chests. Was this a hospital? What is this? He asked, more confused than anyone else. It's a hospital. Well, there you go. Question, answer. Yeah, it's a hospital.
Sora dies in a hospital.
Larkson replied, grabbing something from a drawer in the cart. Hey, that's exactly what I said. What? You said grabbing something from a drawer in the cart? No, you didn't. What kind of hospital is this? It feels like a prison. It's for little boys like you with an overactive imagination. Wow. Larkson had a needle in her hand, flicking the top. Little? Sora scoffed. What are you talking about? It'll make sense when the doctor comes in. Now be a good boy and take your medicine. I'm not gonna I'm not letting you come near me. What the heck? Sora stepped back, the bed stopping him in his tracks. Oh, you're so confused. Yeah, that happens when you spend some of your life in La La Land. La La Land? Sora was getting mad. He smacked the needle out of her hand and shoved her away, running to the other side of the room. Screw you guys, I'm not letting you anywhere near me. Dylan, he's being difficult, Larkson said in a bored tone. Oh, sorry. Let's try this again. Darn man, Larkson's always making me do stuff, man, with the voice. Dylan,
Are these
he's
like
being difficult.
Kingdom Hearts characters? Is there a Kingdom Heart character called Dylan?
Dude, man, it's Dylan, man. Don't you know Dylan? Dylan. No? Dylan? Not ringing a bell, man? Darn, man. Someone's not a true fan of the Kingdom Hearts lore, man.
Yeah, unlike you, you're a big fan of Kingdom Hearts.
I did write a fan fiction, man. Even if I hadn't actually dealt with any of the games or media whatsoever, I
think
did
your
write a
lore
fan
is better
fiction.
than the actual Kingdom Hearts lore, to be fair.
Larkson said in a bored tone, picking up the needle from the floor and inspecting it. Dylan stepped inside the room. See, I told you there's a Dylan, man. Cracking his knuckles. What the heck are you gonna do? I'll kick your butt already more than one. I've kicked your butt more than once already. Sora spat at him. Sorry, Zaldan's real name was Dylan.
Oh,
That's what it literally just says.
Oh, he's
How fitting, though. How is Dylan fitting for Zaldan? Can you explain that?
I don't know.
He dreamed about me, Dylan chuckled. How charming. Larkson rolled her eyes. Get the heck away from me, Sora yelled when Dylan approached. Oh god, dude, Dylan's approaching him. What is he supposed to do, man?
Oh, he's approaching him? It's crazy.
Dude, it's not that type of approaching, man. It's not in any way like, you know, an implication. It's very much like a very serious approaching, man. It's Dylan, freaking Dylan, man. How is he going to deal with this?
It's kind of awesome.
Well, here's what he did, man. He tried to kick him, but his wrist was quickly grabbed and he was pulled forward as if he weighed nothing. Let go, he screamed, clawing at Dylan's face with his free hand and trying to kick his foot out again. Patient is erratic, attacking staff. We have to restrain and sedate. Larkson told Dylan, who nodded and grabbed Sora by the hair, dragging him towards the cart. Sora cried out, fumbling around with his feet and trying to thrash himself free. Hospital staff doesn't do this, Sora screamed in protest. Managing to free his foot and kick the cart, it shook, some of its contents falling off. Dylan, Larkson yelled. He's like a slippery worm. Give me a break, Dylan shrugged. Let me go, Sora was still hollering, fighting with all of his worth. Sorry. Alice, help us. For frick's sake. Larkson screamed out the door. How is your journey, by the way? What are you doing right now, man?
I'm fighting a giant evil Mickey Mouse. That's what I'm doing.
Enemy crab? Oh, sorry.
It's a giant enemy crab. No, it's just Mickey Mouse.
Darn it, man. This is the least type of crab experience I want to have on this channel.
No crab. Just Mickey Mouse, dude. He's evil. He's creepypasta, man.
Are you feeling it?
No, this boss fight sucks, and I've died twice.
Well,
anyway.
Well, here's how Sora's feeling anyway.
Oh yeah, I want to know.
Some guy
Sora.
had never seen before in his life came
Dude,
charging in.
if they're okay, dude, if they're gonna like make all like the crazy names of the Kingdom Hearts like real life names, they better just change Sora's name. You know,
Dude, what do you want Sora's name to be, man? I'm curious.
it better be like.
Henry?
It's probably gonna start with S. You know, it's got to be like Sam or something like that. You know,
Sans from Undertale?
dude. Yeah,
Dude, I can't wait, man.
Sam Underhill.
Sora had never seen before in his life. Some guy Sora never seen before in his life came charging in. Maybe he did, but long ago. He didn't have time to remember his name, and he didn't want to. Sora put one heck of a fight. He managed to free his head and pull his arms free, grabbing a stray scalpel from the ground. Why do they have a scalpel? Are they performing surgery on the insane asylum patients? Whatever. Pulled a stray scalpel from the ground and backing up, holding it out. Dylan looked at the small chunk of his hair in his hand, impressed. This guy is freaking crazy, he yelled to Alias. Sora was breathing fast and backed up into a corner, looking frantically at the two guys who were approaching him. He knew darn well he wasn't in a hospital, but these guys were clearly adamant on whatever screwed up roleplay this was. He's just spooked, that's all. Y'all went about it the wrong way, Ilias said. Stay away from me, Sora said, his voice low. Oh, sorry. Stay away from me, Sora said, his voice low, still holding up the scalpel. I don't I don't think restraints are necessary. Do you agree? Ilias smiled. Are you crazy? Look at him. Larsen yelled. Ilias shushed her. What? Sora gasped. You're a smart kid. You know you're gonna lose. Dylan and I are eventually gonna win this struggle, and then we'll carry you to the bed, where you'll be restrained and sedated. Even after the effects of the sedation wear off, you'll be restrained for quite a while. You wouldn't like this, would you? Sora gulped, shaking his head. His hands were shaking. He could fight. He could be able to stab them. He could easily. Wow.
Immediately thinking about stabbing them, bro.
I really want to see Sora go to prison.
Sora dies
that
in
just
prison
me?
after dying in a hospital.
Well, I'm pretty sure you'd get the insane plead if you stab someone in an insane asylum, right? Like
Yeah.
that's pretty. Yeah, that's a pretty shut case right there. Well, maybe. You don't want to do this. Trust me. Just hand me the weapon and go to Larkson. We won't want to do any other punishments. We'll let it just slide. Sora felt tears coming from his eyes. He was scared. That's the truth. He was scared. What are you gonna do to me then? We'll sit you down and talk to you like a human being. Sora gulped, lowering the weapon slightly. Huh? Larkson crossed her arms. Ilias was really getting to him. We're just trying to help you. Your memories are all warped right now. What do you mean? What do you mean? Your mind is not well. We're only trying to help you get back to normal. The doctor will be here in a couple hours to explain everything. All you need to do is trust us. Every time I trusted you guys before, you've done nothing but hurt me, Sora said. Yeah, Dylan and Elrena are a-holes. Holy smokes, dude. That's a harsh word to say, man. I'm sure
Well,
Dylan's a stand-up guy.
Dude, Dylan's kinda a homie. Don't appreciate you saying that about it, Dylan.
Dude, Dylan is the real protagonist in this story, let's be honest. Excuse me, he attacked me out of nowhere, Dylan protested. Shut up, Ilias hissed at him. He looked back to Sora with a gentle smile and stuck his face back out. Trust me, okay? Sora shook his head. Come on, just give me the weapon, and I'll make sure they don't do anything crazy. A single tear slipped out of his shaky hand as he shakily handed him the scalpel. Fine, fine. Great, Alias turned to the cart and dropped the scalpel there. Go give him the shot. What was that? Sir asked, wiping his head and ignoring Dylan's hand that was outreached. He walked to the bed, never turning back towards him, and sat on the edge. It's meant to keep your brain stable in the simple terms. Larks? No. Elrena said, "What's happened to me? The doctor will come soon. We're not authorized to tell you." Elrena said quickly, grabbing a wet cotton ball and rubbing it on his upper arm. She quickly injected the shot, and Sora stared ahead, contemplating. He noticed another scalpel on the floor by the bed and was very cautiously moved his foot over to it, moving it back in a slick way to hide it underneath his mattress just in case. Oh snap, dude! What do you think Sora's gonna do with the scalpel? Holy smokes, dude! Good stuff, I hear. He's gonna perform himself open heart surgery. What do you think, man?
Well, of course, it's naturally how hospitals work.
We'll be back with some food, Dylan said. Before they all left with the rickety old cart, he just he thought about what happened. Aside from fighting for his life, they all told something similar along the lines of your brain is messed up. Why is it messed up? Or how is it messed up? Could it could this be why you can't remember anything prior to getting here? Just in case these creeps turned out to be lying sacks. Can you define what a lying sack is? I'm curious.
I
He still had a weapon as backup. He got down and reached under to grab it, occasionally cutting his finger from the tip. Oh, that's sharp. That's good. He inspected it closely, knowing that if he put it in his pocket, it would probably slice through the fabric. And how sharp is this scalpel? Holy smokes!
It's really sharp, dude.
Just by being in his pocket, it will slice through the pocket. Wow, man. He put it underneath his pillow. Oh, that's so safe. A knife that's so sharp it cuts through most fabrics, man. He just puts it underneath his pillow for his head to rest on. Sora. That voice was familiar, but at the same time it wasn't. Sora. He jolted up, lying on an empty heart station. There was a young girl waiting for him. You're in danger. I'm doing the best I can help you, but I can only do so much. What do you need me to do? Sora asked. Don't stop fighting it. They're lying. Oh, don't stop fighting it. They're lying to you. He woke up. I really hope that Sora is crazy. I hope that's actually the resolution. Is that just me?
Yeah, me too.
Are you hoping? You woke up to the sound of the door sliding open again. Are they trying to go for like? There's this one episode of Smallville where they were like, where like Clark Kent is like in some sort of alternate world where he was crazy all along or something.
Yeah.
I feel like this is trying to do something like that. Episode. Not that you know what that is, actually, now that I think about it. How is your game going, man? We need to check up on you, man.
It's just, it's turned into a completely different game after the first level. And it also, it's having less and less to do with, Mickey Mouse for some reason.
No way. This is doing less and less to do with Mickey Mouse, if I'm going to be honest.
I guess so.
How are you feeling with the story so far, game?
It seems like it's a story so far, really.
I'm not really feeling anything strong from it. It doesn't really seem that particularly interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I do like the concept of somebody performing open heart surgery on themselves, but...
Well, I was just joking there.
Oh, damn. Damn. Yeah. This is kind of a survival horror game.
Oh, man. And apparently this is a survival horror game.
Dude. Sora's surviving in this horrible fanfiction.
You're in danger. I'm doing the best I can to help you, but I can only do so much. What do you need me to do? Sora asked. Don't stop fighting it. They're lying to you. He woke up to the sound of the door sliding open again. He was so sleepy for some reason. He was constantly in and out of it. Hello, Sora. A very unsettling, almost creepy voice greeted him. Vexen? Sora was wide awake in a second. It's Evan.
See, dude, it's gonna happen. Sora's gonna have, like, some other fucking name.
I can't wait, dude. I can't freaking wait. Vexen rolled his eyes, gesturing for Dylan to follow me. I love how all their names are becoming just ordinary names. This is so funny. Oh man. Are the guards really necessary? Sora crossed his arms, pouting, considering the fact that they almost restrained you earlier. Yes, they are. Vexen or Evan, or whatever the heck his name was, pulled a pen and a notepad out of his pockets. So you're the doctor, Sora said. Finally, I get to understand what the heck is going on around here. Yep, Evan said, uncaring. Oh, sorry. Yep. Evan seemed uncaring, writing something down. Hello? Are you gonna tell me? Sora jumped up, but he kind of shrunk when Dylan stepped forward as a bit of a warning. So to put it bluntly, you've been struggling with vivid hallucinations for about 3 years. One of those years you were in an unexplainable coma. Your mom at her wit's end, so your mom is at her wit's end, so she admitted you here so we can find out what the source of the issue is. After giving you some ability, it appears that you are now fully aware of the real world around you. Still, there is a clear confusion and exhaustion. I'm ordering an MRI and a CT. Why? Wait, his mom? She thought she would. He thought she was on the island, safe and sound. Because your brain is pretty much mush. No, I mean, why are you doing this to me? Sora clenched his fists even tighter, so tight his nails were digging into his skin. Don't listen to him. Whatever he says is a lie. Doing what? Helping you? You just told me that my life for the past 3 years were fake. What is wrong with you? Oh, my bad. I should specify it was probably for a lot longer, but the worst of it was definitely the last 3 years. What exactly about my life was fake? Hello? You thought Disney movies are real. Oh, Gabe, could you believe it? He thought Disney movies are real.
Dude, I think this.
Freaking amateur, man. You think Disney movies are real?
Of course.
Maybe you're Sora from Kingdom Hearts. Have you ever thought about that?
Yeah, but my name's not Sora. Wait, hold on.
Well, dude, watch it, dude. His name's gonna be Gabe.
Oh,
Just watch it, man.
bro.
We're gonna call him Gabe the Babe. No,
wouldn't that be like the most like horrible like twist though? Like a name that doesn't even have to like have anything to do.
Have they said so? I don't think they've actually said Sora either. I don't think that anyone else has called him Sora.
Have you? Does he just call himself that then? I guess.
I think he just calls himself, or the narrator calls him Sora. I don't think anyone has said Sora in this story.
Why do they have combat?
Oh no, someone said hello Sora. Okay, so his name is Sora, Gabe.
Darn.
Someone did say hello Sora earlier. I'm sorry, Gabe. I'm so sorry, man.
I was holding out hope.
Oh. You thought Disney movies were real,
Are you kidding
and
me?
that yeah, dude. Holy smokes.
I'm sorry,
And
you
that
can get a
Riku?
game over in that game I was playing. You can get a game over, and it just kicks you out if you don't pay Robux. It literally disconnects you from the game if you get a game over and you don't have Robux.
That's pretty incredible. That's like extortion, man. They're trying to get more money out of you to play a bad Roblox game.
Yeah, dude. Not like I care. That game was not very good. It forced you to do combat, except the combat was so shit you literally couldn't hit anything without getting hit yourself. So.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I'm sure that's is that in theme with Kingdom Hearts, Gabe? Can you confirm?
Oh, of course, yeah. The combat in Kingdom Hearts is just the worst part of the game.
You thought Disney movies are real, and that Riku and Kaori, both characters from a video game, were your childhood friends.
Oh, are we going down this path?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Where Sora like is just some guy who played Kingdom Hearts and he thinks that he's in it. Oh.
It's honestly sad. I love that the doctor said to Sora, "It's honestly sad."
That is honestly
like,
sad.
I feel for you. The fact that you have no friends.
Holy
wow,
shit,
this doctor is so mean. I've heard enough of this. I'm not gonna sit around here any longer and listen to you badmouth me. Or my friends again. What friends? They're not even real, Evan hissed at him. Holy smokes, dude. I love the concept of taking a main character from an anime story and just completely roasting him and making him feel like the most worthless, most pathetic human being ever. Just this really
Yeah.
speaks to me. Whether or it also speaks to me too because often these anime-esque things are very much like kind of power trips based around making the character feel empowered, so it just it's perfect. What friends? They're not even real, Evan hissed at him. Whether or not you believe me is up to you. You can either come with us to the CT room willingly, or we'll take you in kicking and screaming. Well, frick you! Sora grabbed the scalpel from underneath his pillow and jumped at Evan. Holy smokes, dude.
Holy shit.
Slashing him across the face and throat.
Oh my god.
Evan fell to the floor, blocking his face and dripping in notes. Dylan sprung into action immediately, grabbing Sora before he could do more damage. He screamed and thrashed around like a madman, flipping the weapon around and stabbing it deep into Dylan's thigh.
Darn.
Dude, do you like this epic fight scene? Is this what Kingdom Hearts gameplay is like?
Dude, I fucking wish.
I want to see the part where Sora takes a scalpel and stabs it directly into Mickey Mouse's thigh as he bleeds out on the ground.
Dude, next chapter of Mickey Mice.
Evan pulled a walkie-talkie out of his pocket and called in for backup. Sora didn't notice because he was too busy trying to rip the knife out of Dylan's thigh to strike again. Dylan hissed in pain, managed to wrestle Sora to the bed. Get the heck off of me, he screamed, thrashing with all of his might. Alias and Arena came charging in with a gurney and some kind of oxygen tank. Alias grabbed Sora's legs and Dylan grabbed his upper half. He thrashed as hard as he could as they tried to get him on the gurney. Hold on, Alias dropped his legs. Dylan held him up for a second while Alias gave Sora a hard punch to the face. There was a large crack so hard that Alias even flinched a little. Sora was completely stunned and unmoved as they dropped him on the gurney and fully restrained him. A face mask attached to an oxygen tank was slapped on his face as he weakly tried to move his head away. We underestimated him. Evan stood up, trying to wipe the blood off his face with a handkerchief. That's your fault. You've already seen full well what he can do, Elrina said, tightening the restraints on his wrists. Thought it was because of magic. Someone get me a potion. What? So it's real? What's going on? I really wish this to just be in it. Gosh darn it, man. They're ruining my fantasies, man. They're ruining my How do you feel about this game?
I don't know, man. I can't believe that Kingdom Hearts is, what's it?
A hyper-realistic place full of realistic people?
Yeah.
Is that what you're gonna say?
Yeah, of course.
You growl. How is your game? Is it filled with hyper-realistic people? Hyper-realistic fence?
It's filled with evil
Settings?
Mickey Mices chasing after you and trying to kill you.
As if you were seeing it in your room in real life, literally.
Yes.
Wow. You know what? Roblox, such an advanced and deep and intricate engine in general, man.
Yeah. Especially someone just wandering over in the middle of nowhere.
Do you ever feel Roblox is just too immersive?
This game's so immersive.
Thought it was because of magic, Evan hissed. Someone, get me a potion, he growled, leaving the room. Dylan followed him while Elias stayed, just in case Sora woke up and tried to fight again. He better not heal himself too well. If Sora sees the wound gone, he'll know for sure we're lying. I'm so disappointed, Gabe. I really wanted it to be true. Arxen rolled her eyes as she wheeled the gurney out of the room. Sora woke up with a violent jolt in a gurney. He wasn't in that room anymore. Instead, he was in a dark room with empty gurneys scattered. Sorry, what is a gurney? I kind of forget. Can I search that up?
I don't even know how you spell that, so you can search it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna search up a gurney. Mister, no, not Gurney Halleck from Dune. Oh, that thing. Oh, I didn't realize that was a gurney. Right, I guess that makes sense. Uh, Finally, you're awake, Evan said, clearing his throat. Where the heck did he come from? What's going on? Sora's voice was low and felt kind of groggily and weak. We had to do a CT and MRI while you were out because you attacked us. You deserved it. I would have done more if I wasn't unfairly matched. I can't believe you're so against the help. Help? You're telling me my friends are fake. You telling me my friends are fake is helping me? You know what? I think Sora has a good point. How is roasting Sora supposed to help him psychologically speaking?
Well, it teaches him to be humble.
I mean, it helps me psychologically speaking, but what about Sora, man?
Sora and the Good-Looking Gentleman? I don't know, man. I don't know what to say.
Sora started to tug desperately at the bindings. Let me go so I can slash the other side of your stupid face. Wow, what an edgy person, man. I'm not wrong, and here's the proof. I've been pointing to the brain scans on the wall. Sora squinted. Looks like a normal brain. Look, Crazer, right here on the medial prefrontal cortex is a weird lump, maybe a tumor. Huh? Oh, snap. Does Sora have brain cancer? Is that what we're going with?
Yeah. It's a good
Wow.
twist.
I mean, they kind of alluded to the fact this whole thing is fake, but please let me live in my fantasy where Sora has brain cancer, living in a mental institution where his entire life is a lie and he has no friends. This is my dream here.
That's my dream too.
The part of your brain responsible for memory and decision making. Man, if every Sora Kingdom Hearts thing is based off of Disney properties, what Disney property is this based off of, man?
I don't know, man. There must be like some Disney licensed movie that takes place in like a mental asylum.
No, man, just think of it this way, man. Perhaps it's the other meaning of the movie Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah, yeah.
Or oh god. Oh. I was trying to think of a never mind. It causes severe behavioral changes and even crazy illusions. There's a lot of areas of the brains that people can correlate to this part, including movement. By the fact of the matter is this sucker is most likely causing the illusions. How are you gonna fix it? Sora asked, feeling wary. Looks pretty stuck in there, so one possible solution is to extract the area completely. Is this leading to like Sora getting like a lobotomy or something? Is that what's going on?
I don't know. Dude, that
That'd be
would
pretty.
be that's like the stupidest concept for a fan fiction. It's just the main character gets a lobotomy. That's a good plot.
That's one of those in concept funny fan fiction that's not fun to write.
No, that would be awful to write. That would be like the most boring shit ever.
This is pretty boring. I'm gonna be honest here.
Yes.
But there's
That's like it's
Wait.
funny, like kind of in concept. It's just not written very interestingly.
Wait. If that is responsible for most of my brain functions, then it can go one of two ways. Best case scenario is your illusions are gone forever. However, you're no longer able to perform basic actions. No more movement, maybe. Worst case scenario is that you're brain dead. You'll lobotomize me, Sora said.
Perfect.
Magic can't heal things that were taken away or lost. If Vexen successfully removes an entire section of his brain like this, then he's dead forever. Oh snap, dude. You started shaking. You can't do this. Well, since you're in danger to yourself and those around you, you're not in any proper mental state to be making decisions. I'm pretty sure that there's no circumstance in modern medicine where you're supposed to lobotomize someone. I'm gonna be honest here.
Yeah,
Still,
this is like a 30s hospital.
I, as your doctor, will take over and choose the best course of action. No, Sora was close to tears. No, you can't do this to me. Don't be scared. The goal here is to help you. If you keep fighting us, then we'll have no choice but to go through with the surgery. You might not do it. No, the tumor doesn't seem to be deadly.
Wait, what?
Okay, at least it's benign. What's wrong, man?
So they're basically just using the lobotomy as like a threat.
Yes.
Okay.
If he continues to misbehave, they'll give him a lobotomy.
I see.
If you keep lasting out, then we'll have to. But if you take your medicine and behave and learn the truth about your situation, then I won't have to. Sora grit his teeth. His choices were basically death or listen to this freak talk about how fake his life was. Whatever, he grumbled. Is that really your response? Untie me so we can move on. I'm not going to do that just yet. You might attack me. Sora jerked at his restraints, wanting to jump off and beat him up. I will now. Exactly. Evan slapped some clean gloves on and began wheeling Sora out of the room. You're too violent for that. Screw you, Sora groaned, throwing his head back in frustration. He hated being restrained. He blinked away frustrated tears, trying to calm himself down. Back in this depressing jail cell, he spotted Dylan and Irene waiting. Do you want us to keep him restrained? Irina asked. No, we'll give him one final chance. How do you want this to end, Gabe? I'm very curious how you want this to end.
Honestly, it would be really funny if he just got a lobotomy. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, you hoping for that, man?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I kind of am.
I mean, they said it, man. He's a danger. He can't be making decisions, man. So he has to live his life not making decisions, not being a real human being. I mean, that makes sense. Sora was shaking quietly with fury. Okay. She smiled at him mockingly. Be a good boy. Okay. She untied him. As soon as the last routine was done, he lashed out at her, jumping at her and swinging fists. Hey. Dylan decided to grab him from behind, but he smashed his head backwards directly onto Dylan's nose. Huh? Dylan silently watched this go down. Is that what you have to say? Huh? Did you see him going smacked in the nose very hardly? Whatever. Irene pulled something from her pocket and stabbed it into Sora's side. A harsh electrical shock coursed through his body. He gasped, going completely still and collapsing. A shame. All you had to do was behave yourself. Guess we'll have to do the lobotomy, huh?
Hell yeah, dude.
What was the concept behind this fan fiction? I think that's the funniest part about it. What was the concept going through this?
Yeah, somebody thought it was a good idea.
Irene giggled. Oh, sorry. I had to do that properly. A shame. All you have to do is behave yourself. Guess we have to do the lobotomy, huh? Tee hee. Like that, maybe a proper giggle.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sora was still conscious, but he felt numb. Play the song, guys.
What?
No? Linkin Park, Numb.
Oh, Numb. God, okay.
Come on, Gabe. I thought you would at least get the Linkin Park reference, given how much of a raving fan you are.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
He was breathing rapidly, looking up at all of them with nothing but anger and hatred. No, we won't have to. Stop trying to delay the inevitable. Just give him a lobotomy, guys. Come on.
Yeah, he's misbehaving pretty hard.
We won't have to do something so drastic yet. We'll give him another chance. You just said
Are you
that. You
fucking
just
kidding
gave
me?
him you said the last chance, and then you're giving him another chance. He keeps progressively keep hurting you guys. You restrain him, and you hurt him, and then you restrain him, and then he hurts you, then you restrain. Gosh darn it,
Sucks,
guys.
dude. That was
This
bad.
story sucks, man. We'll give him another chance. If he still won't listen, then we'll proceed. Dude, it's a forever cycle, man. I think everyone in this story needs a lobotomy here. I think that's the real solution. Where's the grander doctors that deal with like he the heal doctors, like the doctors of the doctors? That's who we really need. Those are gonna be the heroes of the story. Deus Ex Machina, they come in, lobotomize everyone. It's gonna be a beautiful moment for Kingdom Hearts fanfiction history.
Yes.
Evan nodded to Dylan, who scooped the boy up in his arms, restrain him to the bed. No, Sora said weakly, shaking his head. I'll come back to reassess with the psychiatrist. Evan left the room shortly after. Once Sora was fully restrained, Irina injected him with some kind of sedative, and he was out like a light. How long is it going to keep going on where he just keeps beating people? Sora woke up to the sound of Dylan and Irene coming with a cart of food. This is getting near the end, by the way, if you're worrying about that.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was kind of wondering how much longer this fanfiction was going on, since it seems to be very, not a
Nothing
lot
happening
in the story.
I'm not even sure if this was really worth it. I mean, we kind of had some funny things from it, but it's not really funny fanfiction inherently. Maybe in
Yeah,
concept.
yeah.
I don't know. I'll let you decide, man.
Yeah.
You still felt groggy. How is your gameplay? That's what really matters, man. The
I
epic
don't know.
gameplay.
The survival horror Mickey Mouse game was somehow the highlight of this play session. The rest has been
Hey, man,
pretty bad.
we can still upload this. It won't be like a kicker episode, man. I mean, I'm not even sure if these episodes are even good to begin with, to be honest. But
Fair.
yeah, whatever. He still felt groggy and sick from the taser and sedative, so he struggled to find words as he talked among themselves. Ah, shoot, I forgot the medicine. I'll be right back. Really, Irina? Really, Irina? Irina told Dylan, play nice, all right? She giggled before leaving the room. Dylan looked to Sora with a smile. Let me go, he gasped out. Jesus, he felt so awful. Why are you telling Jesus that, man? I don't want religion in this story, man. Not acceptable. It was like his body was completely stiff, and he had to snap each part of himself back into place. Dylan pretended not to hear him. Let me go, Sora hissed. I don't feel like it. Larzine. Oh, wait. Irina. Oh, so Larzine is Irina. Alina. I don't think I actually made that connection till now.
Okay.
Or maybe they're different people. They just... I'm not even sure. Elrina came charging in with the shot. I'm going to inject this into you, and then it's breakfast time. Breakfast? But I've been here all day. A couple, actually. You've been unconscious for most of it, Irene said like it wasn't a big deal. It's been a few days, and his friends haven't rescued him yet. After the shot was injected, he was embarrassing, fed like a baby. They all left, and he was alone again with his thoughts. He was planning his next move. If he didn't at least try to play along, they were going to kill him. He had no magic, and he's clearly disadvantaged here. He looked like his only real option was to stay tight and trust in Riku and Kairi to save him. Calm down, fake it until you make it. That's the trick, he kept repeating to himself. The door finally began to slide open again, and he rolled his eyes. Dylan and Irene again. Nope, it was Evan. Wait, no bodyguard? Don't need it. The psychiatrist is here. Hope we could talk some real sense into you. He crossed his arms. Great. I'll grab my stuff. No, I'm joking. Great, Sora sighed, sinking back in the mattress. Hopefully he'll untie me. Hopefully. Where is he? Sora asked impatiently for a few minutes. There are other patients here, you know. He's just checking in. Sora scoffed at, what a load of bull. Someone tall and awfully familiar strode in like he owned the place. Maybe he did. It's Zen Moss, man.
Oh, damn.
Another name with an X in it for some reason.
Dude, everybody knows that X's are super rad and hype. So, dude.
Yeah, they're so cool, man. They make you so. They add character to already cool human girl, rad human, whatever the line was. You're supposed to be dead. Yeah, you told me that before. Zenma smirked, towering above him at his bedside. Let's skip the formalities. Formalities. I'm a blunt person, and you have a choice to make. Excuse me? No, you don't get it. Zenmus interrupted him. You are either have to behave yourself and let us help you, or you're gonna be keep being difficult and lose an entire section of your brain. You keep threatening him this again. Just do it, man. Other than not have to operate, but Evan here says it's possible for you to live without it. Pretty terrible quality of life, but it's life nevertheless. Yeah, he told me if I didn't give in to your sick games, I'd get lobotomized. Sick games? How is helping you a sick game? Sora bit his tongue. If he wanted to be untied, he had to play nice. Force of habit, he mumbled. All right, later today, you'll be untied by Dylan. You know what? I'm not even sure. This is not finished, Gabe. It just sort of ends here.
Darn. That's so sad.
Sora struggled. He was getting an itch out of his bindings. Literally, his wrists were so itchy and he low-key had to pee. Wow. If they tell me you did put up a resistance again, then you'll be strained for a while. I might even order a catheter since you'll be here for a while. Don't fight. Looking forward to see your progress. Yeah, that's it. Well, Gabe, I don't know how to feel, man.
I don't know how to feel either. That's how do you feel about that, you know?
Would it be wrong to say felt like a little bit of a waste of time, especially since it didn't end with him being lobotomized?
That is really sad, you know?
I don't think it was a complete loss of an episode, though. Maybe someone might find it entertaining to some degree.
I don't know.